Welcome to this edition of Miles Ahead, and you join me here inside the rather fabulous Ferrari Roma Spider. So obviously the main takeaway with this over the coupe is that you can take the roof off, takes 13.5 seconds, and you can do it at speeds of up to 37 miles per hour, which is very useful when you're out and about. Yes, fabric roof on this, so the Portofino and Portofino M before this and the California before that had a folding hardtop. This gone to fabric like most manufacturers are these days actually. And yeah, it looks good. So in this video we're going to take the car out for a spin, we're going to have a walk around, and yeah, just try and get under the skin of it a little bit. But we'll start with some facts and figures on this car. So starting price is £210,838. This car is fitted with a wide and vast array of options, which bring the total of the model tested here to £323,799. What I'll do is I'll point out a few of the options as we go along. The vast majority of them seem to be carbon fibre, so very much a personal taste thing on that. There's a lot of money spent on the paint, wheels, and the ones that I think you definitely need, you get the Magna dual ride suspension. It's just fantastic. I mean, just irons out all the bumps in the road, really lends a GT feel to this car. That's £3,695. I definitely get that. You get the Scuderia badges on the fenders as well at £1,200. I think you're probably going to want those. And this carbon steering wheel comes in at £3,359. And if you want heated, that is an extra £850. But to get into what this car's about, the engine, the performance, we've got 3.9 litre twin turbo V8, 611 brake horsepower, 761 Newton meters of torque. It'll do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Exactly the same engine as found in the coupe. Because it doesn't have the hard top, it's a little bit lighter. Coupe's 1,570 kilograms. This is 1,556. But anyway, yeah, as I mentioned, we'll take it out for a spin. We'll have a walk around, and we'll draw some conclusions. And here it is, the Roma Spider in all its glory. Fabulous looking thing. You also get a fabulous looking key as well. That's optional extra carbon fibre on the key as well. But yeah, no mistaking what you're driving there. It's difficult. I really like the coupe. I think that looks great, but it's just something about this as a convertible. I think it just really works. I think it looks absolutely superb with that roof off. Sometimes I can just look like, oh, we've just chopped the roof off, but they've done a little bit of design work at the back here just to really bring it all together. I think it looks absolutely superb. One of the options I mentioned at the top, the paintwork in Rosso Portofino, that's £23,900, but it does look absolutely superb in this colour. I would be tempted. The wheels, so they are forged painted wheels. They're just over £4,000, and you've got the Scuderia shields there at £1,200. Again, I think you're probably going to want those on there. You've got 20-inch wheels at the back as well. So one of the cool things that they've done with this, so they've actually done a bit of work on reducing sort of buffeting, so you get this wind deflector in the back, so this just pops up and you can just push that down there. It is 2+2. Yeah, as you can see, like the driving seat's in my position. I did manage to get the kids in here this weekend. As you can see, I've just removed the ISOFIX covers in there just to show what's possible there. So you can get 4 people in. We did manage it for a trip down to Arundel and back. Yeah, it was a bit cramped, but not terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's not a family saloon or anything, is it? Again, not why you're buying it. It's nice to have the 2+2 so that you can get the kids in if you need to and that sort of thing. Another thing on the practicality note, we'll just have a look at the boot here. So yeah, there's not too much storage space in there. As you can see, I'm going to just get my coat in there. There's a bit of camera equipment in there as well. It's not particularly deep because the roof comes down on top there. As you can see, it folded away. So if you're not having the roof down, you can use that for a bit of extra storage space. But yeah, that's not really your main consideration with this thing. And just sort of complete the look from the outside, come round here. As I say, I think it's an absolutely stunning bit of design, this car. So before we conclude this walk around, I'll just pop the roof up and we can have a look at it like that as well. So here it is with the roof up. So yeah, we've got the fabric roof. I think they've done a really good job on this as well. I think that red with the sort of black weave in it, just, yeah, it looks really, really good. So on the roof, 7 layers, and there's a bit of sound deadening in there. Done a few motorway miles in it as well. I mean, whilst it is noisier in the cabin, as you would reasonably expect, it's not too much. It sort of turns into that sort of white noise background effect. So yeah, it's not too uncomfortable for long journeys by any stretch. And that wind deflector, pointing out, does make a significant difference in the back to the wind buffeting. But yeah, roof up, roof down, just a fabulous looking car, isn't it? But anyway, it is a Ferrari, so let's take it out and see what it's like to drive. Right, so what's the Ferrari Roma Spider like to drive? Well, it's quick, it is very sprightly. One thing I found versus the coupe is the back end's a bit more lively. Just then accelerating away, the traction control lights flickering away, you can feel the back trying to go a lot more than in the coupe actually. I'm not quite sure why that is, but one of those things, it might be the tyres on Bridgestone Potenzas, maybe they just struggle for a bit of traction. It's nothing unwieldy, but I mean, certainly at my level of driving ability, I'm not going to flick the Manatino round to ESC off. The sort of driving I've been doing, I've had it in comfort. I think you get the stats at the end of each drive, how long you've had it in each mode. I think I've had it in comfort for like 97% of the time, a little bit in wet, because driving on the motorway yesterday and it was absolutely hosing it down, and then a little bit of time in sport. The Manatino doesn't affect the performance you get, it affects the ride quality or the suspension, and also the gear changes and that sort of thing. So I've got it in comfort, and it doesn't step down too far, so just comes down into 6th gear there. It likes to go up the gear ranges very quickly, so we've got an 8-speed auto in here, and yeah, in comfort mode it just goes through those gears very quickly. So that means that you need to bring these lovely carbon fibre paddles into play, which is good. So we can select manual mode from down here, and then just puts you in control. The gear changes are absolutely instant. So just run it through, it just gives you the gear you want when you want it. Very, very impressive. But then you can just flick it back into auto, and yeah, we've got the start stop. Everything just quietens down, and yeah, it's a very comfortable place to be. It's absolutely a car you could daily. I don't think you bat an eyelid at jumping in this every day. We have done over 800 miles in this, and it has been absolutely superb. Just no drama at all. Went to Leeds and back yesterday, so looking at just over 400 miles as the round trip, and yeah, a bit of lower backache at the very end of the day, but you know, nothing too bad at all. It's been, yeah, very, very good companion to be with in that regard. One thing this engine does superbly, so because it goes through the gears so quickly, when you leave it in auto, it just gets up to 8th gear as quickly as it can. So you'll be pulling uphill at 31 miles an hour in 8th gear a lot of the time, leaving it to it. I mean, it's extraordinary, and it will change up the gears before it even gets to 1000 RPM. So it will just sit there doing 750, 800 RPM and just getting on with things. It's just silent. So you've got sort of duality to this car in that you can drive along doing 31 miles an hour in 8th gear, and then you can bring the paddles into play, drop it down a few. You've got a long way to go down because there's a lot of gears to go, and it will just, you get the noise again, you get the LEDs light up on the steering wheel, and you get that sense of theatre comes to it, but it's not there all the time. It's not constantly aggressive, which you might expect it to be at times. Word for the steering, like all Ferraris, very sharp, very direct, does what you'd expect it to do. Not the final word in feedback, but that's what electronic racks bring these days. But it's very sharp, very precise, you can absolutely trust it. Same with the brakes, like the modulation on the pedals is absolutely superb. You know exactly where you are with it at all times, which is handy because you're often going quite quickly in this car. Final note on it, sort of for the motorway driving, it's just sort of effortlessly powerful. It gets into its range and gets into its stride really well. It just devours the miles. It is, yeah, deeply impressive as a GT. And on days like this, you know, so we're sort of stuck in traffic at the moment, just the way you can just lift the roof off, no drama, drive along, sunny day, and it just yeah, it's just such a wonderful experience just to be able to do that, just to lift the roof off up to 37 miles an hour, driving along in traffic. Yeah, no drama. Right, we are hopefully going to get a bit of open road, and I would like to leave the review on that, so we'll rejoin you in a second. Right, well, we've got the roof back up, we've got a bit of open road. Yeah, it just scrabbles for a bit of traction there, but it just rifles through the gears, and it absolutely thumps through them as well when you're going a bit quicker. Very impressive. You just dispense with overtakes like they're not there. It is just, it's effortless with what it does. But it's that duality of this car that I find so deeply impressive. The fact that you can, at one moment, just be cruising along 8th gear like nothing's going on, and you get a bit of open roads, and you just lean on it. Very composed in a roundabout, bit of tail slip, and then you're just away. But you can just a car you can have so much faith in. And yeah, it just picks up. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it was just sort of a bit of a do anything car really. That's what I found so deeply impressive with it. Yeah, the 8th gear, 31 miles an hour, 800 RPM, no drama, and then you can just go screaming for that 7,500 RPM red line. Yeah, I guess to conclude, deeply impressive car, comfortable car, quick car. For me, I've been fortunate enough to drive the Pura Sangue 296 and the Roma. I'd say it's probably a sign of my advancing years, but I'd say this is probably my favourite Ferrari. It's a bit more comfortable than the 296. I don't think you really need anything to be quicker than this. It is lightning fast in all conditions. Yeah, really fabulous car to drive. Yeah, big fan of the coupe. Yeah, I think that the Spider absolutely suits this car as well. Just being able to take the roof off, especially when you get a bit of sunshine on a day like today, is a real treat, real privilege. Yeah, just a wonderful car. Really pleased that cars like this still exist. Still just standalone V8 engine. There's no hybridization in this car yet. Yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit in love with this car. I do really like it. I did really like the coupe, so I was expecting this to be good, and yeah, it is. Right, we might get a bit of bonus content here. I've got the roof off, so we'll see if the sound works or not. Just see if we can get a bit more of that V8 into play. I just let the traffic go a little bit. Yeah, the wind deflector, I haven't got that up actually. We'll bring that into play as well. So you see that pop up in the back. Right, we're in 2nd gear. And you do just get a bit more of a note from that V8 with the roof off, as you'd expect, of course. But yeah, just another facet of the experience of the Roma Spider. Yeah, just drop the roof off whenever you want, up to 37 miles an hour, and then yeah, just at one with nature. And on a day like today, it certainly makes a lot of sense. Certainly makes me, yeah, slightly, I wish I didn't have to hand the keys back today. Let's put it that way. Yeah, really enjoyed it. 807.7 miles we've done now. Put another 20 on it before we have to take it back to Ferrari, which I'm already regretting. Oh, we've got another last bit of open road. Oh, just sounds so good. But yeah, it's not too windy in here. Obviously it's quite noisy with the roof off, and we're going along, we're on a 60 mile an hour road, we're doing 60. Yeah, perfectly calm in here. They've done a really good job. So final note for the wind deflector in the back, they said that they did as much work on the aerodynamics for that as they would do for the sort of external aero parts. So certainly something they've thought about to get the most out of the Roma experience, or the Roma Spider experience anyway. But with that, I'll sign off. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, please hit subscribe. It'd be great to see you again soon. We've got a few more reviews lined up as well. We've got a few on the channel already. So yeah, please hit subscribe. Hopefully see you soon. Thanks.